I have never, for a single day of my life, felt like I didn't belong in my family. I have never been made to feel different, never been treated as less than. Half the time, the people who know us forget entirely. My mum adopted me when I was 5 weeks old. She was a single parent. She did it alone, by choice, because that's the kind of woman she is. And when I was 4 years old, the system that had placed me with her decided that wasn't good enough, that she was a single parent, and that was reason enough to take me back. They didn't count on my mum. I was placed with her at 5 weeks old as an emergency foster placement. There had been neglect. The birth mother was not in a position to keep me safe, and the courts intervened quickly. The placement was supposed to be short-term. Weeks became months. The process of becoming a ward of court began. The birth mother took a long time to relinquish her rights, not because she was fighting for custody, but because she wasn't quite letting go either. My mum waited. She kept fostering me through all of it, month after month, while the courts decided what would happen. When the adoption was finally approved, she was the one who had been there the whole time. She was the only family I had ever known. I was hers. She was mine. And then I was 4 years old, and 2 social workers knocked on the door. They told her that as a single parent, they weren't sure she could provide me with everything I needed, that the policy guidance suggested a 2-parent household was preferable. I was 4 years old. I had been with her since I was 5 weeks old. She was the only mother I had ever had. She was the only home I had ever known, and 2 people with clipboards stood in her doorway and told her they were considering taking me away. Not because anything had gone wrong, not because she had failed in any way, because she was a single parent, because she was doing this alone without a partner, which apparently raised a question mark in the minds of people who had never met her and didn't know us. I do not know exactly what she said to them. I know it was not quiet. I know it was not brief. And I know she didn't let them take me. My mum fought tooth and nail for me. That is not a phrase I use lightly. She challenged the review. She made the case. She did everything the process required of her and more. She had done everything right from the beginning. She had fostered me properly, loved me properly, raised me properly from 5 weeks old. She was not going to let a policy preference undo 3.5 years of family. She won. I stayed. The adoption held. I grew up in her home. I grew up as her daughter, in the most complete sense of that word. She was my mum. That was never in question again. She was always open with me about the adoption. Everything was available to me, all the paperwork, all the information she had, because she believed that making it a mystery was the wrong approach. She was right. Because of that, I never felt the need to go searching. I already had what I needed. I said things to her in my teenage years that I will not repeat here. Things that teenagers say when they are trying to find the edges of something. She didn't retaliate. She didn't threaten. She held the line. She always held the line. I did not appreciate the full weight of that until I was old enough to understand what holding a line costs. My mum is not a saint. She is a person, complicated, stubborn, funny, fierce. She has made mistakes, and so have I. But she chose me when she didn't have to. She fought for me when she could have stepped aside. She held the door open through everything, even when I was the one making it difficult. I am 100% grateful to have the mother I have. I would not change a single thing. And I want to say something to the system that once stood in her doorway with a clipboard and questioned whether a single woman could give a child everything they needed. She gave me everything, not despite doing it alone, because of who she is. Single parents can be extraordinary parents. Love is not a 2-person minimum. This story was adapted with care from a real submission.